Hello and welcome to the League of Legends sneak peek for July 2nd, where we cover the LPL, LCK, LEC. If you missed my previous videos, the LCS sneak peek will be in a separate video after this one, where I will go over all of Saturday and Sunday's games in one video to prevent the lack of a sneak peek coming out Saturday night, because I can't put the LCS with the LPL and the LCK. It just doesn't make it. It just screws everything up. I don't think it's working. So that's the way I'm going to do it this time around. If you haven't watched one of these videos before, predict who will win down below, whether it's a 2-0 or a 2-1 when it comes to these two regions as well. If you do that, like you say, LNG wins 2-0 over LGD, you get 1 point for getting the team right, a bonus point if you guess 2-0 or 2-1 right. When it comes to the LEC and LCS, when you guess, if you get all 5 right in a given region, you get 3 bonus points. So, LPL, LNG versus LGD starts us off. This is a trap game for LNG. LGD stinks. Excuse me, they are in the bottom. They are looking better, but still, they're not very good. So they lost to OMG 2-0 in the last time they were out. They're 1-3. LNG are 3-2. 21st in my power rankings. Those came out Thursday if you missed them. Top beat LNG 2-0 in the last time LNG played. Last time they played was week 8, day 6. LNG coming out ahead 2-1. Light went 18-6-10 in that series. LGD no longer have Jay or Eric in the lineup where they did before. So in this instance, it's like a new team against LNG. And I'll say LGD are better than they were in spring, but they're still probably not at the level that they need to be to beat LNG. I'm looking at Light versus Assam. I mean, Light went off, like you see here. So it's up to Assam to match him and continue to perform well, because I think that he has been all right. I feel like he's picked some Draven games that I really wish he hadn't. So if he could steer clear of that, that would be preferable. FPX versus JDG. FPX are coming off their first win of the season, beating Rare Adam 2-0. JDG are 6-0, third in the world in my power rankings. Very good team. They beat Thunder Talk 2-0 in the last time they played them. The last time these two teams played was week 2, day 6. JDG won 2-1. Yagao went 17-4-19 in those 3 games. In my opinion, it comes down to Xiaolahu versus 369. 369 got beat up pretty good by Xiaolahu in the first time these guys played. I want to say 369 had a negative KDA. So I'm watching that because I feel like the top lane is the only way FPX is going to get a win. I did not think to look to see if Care probably wasn't in the lineup either. So this is a new FPX against JDG when you have Care in mid. So it'll be interesting to see. Summit is still not playing. He's not listed as a starter. And FPX are definitely better than the record indicates. Weibo versus Top. Weibo 8th in my power rankings, Top 4th. Weibo coming off of a win against Ultra Prime 2-0. Top, like I said, beat LNG 2-0. Last time they played was week 8, day 5. Top won 2-0. Mark went 2-0-21 in the support role. In my opinion, it's going to come down to SFM and TN. The Shy, of course, we know how I feel about the Shy. I have a lot of people that watch these videos. Not as in like, oh, high viewer count, but the same people watch these videos, so they know how I feel about the Shy. So we're going to look at SFM today, and we're going to look at TN. TN's probably been one of the best performing junglers, along with JJ, I believe, in summer, with Karsa, I guess, too, and Kanavi. Oh, well, Jesus. Is it really that impressive if there are 4 guys better than you? I'd say so, because we're talking about top 10 junglers in the world, probably. TN has performed very well. SFM has left a little bit to be desired. I'm a big SFM fan. I'm not going to hide it. I think I had him in my top 5 in the world power rankings. My top 5s in each role. I really like SFM, and I think that he has to be unleashed for this team to do well. He has to get Angel going. Angel versus Knight is a big matchup. We'll see what happens. Wanfeng versus Jackie Love. I feel like Wanfeng has the edge there. I would like to see them come out on top. On last series, played awful. He ended up getting benched for Sword Art. So, yeah. Or was it the series before? Might have been the series before where he got benched. Nevertheless, they have been moving around their players. LCK, Sandbox versus Fred at Brion. Fred at Brion are 0-5. Sandbox 3-2. Sandbox beat DRX 2-1. The last time they played, Sandbox lost to HLE 2-1. The last time these two teams played was Week 8, Day 2. Fredit Brion coming out 2-0. Lava went 17-2 and 15 in that series in mid. I'm looking at Dove versus Morgan. I think Morgan's been by far Fredit Brion's best player throughout the split, followed by Delight. I was hoping that Raptor was going to make a difference yesterday when they played, and he did not. Or it was the day before. Nevertheless, when they brought him up over Empty, he did not make a difference. They still played slow League of Legends, and if they continue to play slow League of Legends, I do not think they're going to win games. So, 0-5. Morgan's Dove is Sandbox's worst player probably, so go after him. Gen.g versus Kwangdong Freaks. The Freaks coming off of an upset win against T1, 2-1. Gen.g beat Nongshim 2-0. Last time they played was Week 7, Day 4, where Gen.g won 2-1. Peanut went 7-3 and 18. In that series, Gen.g did not have Chovy or Ruler. So the fact that they won 2-1 was pretty impressive given that they didn't have Chovy or Ruler. And that's why Peanut's stats are listed there. Obviously, the Freaks, it all comes down to Keen, whether they win or lose. So it's up to Doran to keep that from happening. Simple as that. LEC, we got BDS versus XL. XL coming off of a loss to, why didn't I write a loss to Rogue? Lost to Rogue. So, XL lost to Rogue. BDS lost to Misfits. Last time these two teams played was Week 5, Day 2. XL won. Marcoon went 4-2 and 10. In my opinion, as always, BDS lives and dies by Syncroft, and if he can get them out to an early lead. Today against Misfits, he did not. The game was very slow in the early to mid game, and therefore BDS lost. Simple as that, really. Marcoon makes a lot of things happen for XL, and I felt like he kind of didn't do that for them today as well. So I think that's kind of the matchup to watch. Who is going to get things going for their team? And then they'll probably win the game. SK versus Rogue. Rogue, like I said, coming off that win against XL. They've won, I believe, 4 straight now. One of the better teams in the LEC. Definitely one of the better teams. Probably in the top 25 going into the season. I believe they were in my top 25. And they seem to be riding the ship. SK 1-5. I didn't write who they lost to. Oh, they lost to Vitality. Week 8, Day 1 was the last time these two teams played. SK upset Rogue in that one. Certus went 4-1 and 11. In my opinion, Gen X versus Odo Omne is the matchup to watch. Two weak side top laners. We'll see how it goes. Odo was the MVP today for Rogue for me, and Gen X was able to solo kill Perks in side lane. And he was on a Camille, I think. So you got an interesting pick. So we'll see how that top matchup goes. Certus versus Larson will be interesting as well, but I don't think SK has much going for them when it comes to Gilius or, Gadget is fun to watch. So I guess, you know what, on the fly, just Gadget. What champion does he pick? If Jezu doesn't play, what champion does Gadget pick? What's the comp? Maybe they win that way. Vitality versus Astralis. Vitality beat SK. Astralis lost to Fnatic. Astralis are 25th in my power rankings. Week 8, Day 3 was the last time they played. Vitality winning. Perks going 9-0 and 11 on Rise in that one. Dominant performance to say the least. I have a Karzi versus Kabe. I think Kabe has been definitely Astralis' best player throughout the summer. I said that I think yesterday as well in my sneak peek. But he was not really all that impactful against Fnatic. He had his moments, but still, I don't think the bot lane really did all that well, and Upset was able to really take advantage of them in team fights and dominate the game. So Karzi has to do the same, and Karzi did very well today for Vitality in their win. So that's kind of the matchup. It'll come down to bot lane. Misfits versus Mad Lions. Misfits beat BDS. Mad Lions beat G2 at the end of the day, just a half hour ago. Last time they played was Week 6, Day 2. Misfits winning. Vethio going 5-0 and 2. I believe it was a game where Misfits won with less kills. So Mad Lions probably were in a position to win and lost it. In my opinion, it's down to Vethio and Niski. Today, Niski really handled Caps in the early to mid game, leading the team to quite a lead. And then Unforgiven and Armut finished it off. So in my opinion, if Niski can keep Vethio under control, they should be able to move on to 5-2. As far as Misfits are concerned, Vethio is the key to success. along with Neon. Neon played well today as well. G2 and Fnatic to finish us off. G2 ninth. They won't be ninth probably next week, I would guess. Fnatic 11th. Both teams 4-2. G2, like I said, lost to Mad. Fnatic beat Astralis. Last time they played was in the playoffs in the loser bracket. G2 going 3-0. Mind you, this was after Fnatic beat them 3-1 to send G2 to the losers bracket. So both teams were 1-1. There was no best of 3. So G2 won that 3-0. Flack had 19-3-22 in that series, which is pretty damn dominant. So it's Flacked versus Upset in the bot lane, as might as well throw in the supports in there. Targamas and Hilly affecting the Rift in a big way will be very important. I'm sure G2 does not want Caps to end up in a hole like he did today against Mad Lions. That could be a key to success against G2. I really honestly just camp Caps. If BB is going to pick Aatrox, just camp Caps, because Aatrox, what is Aatrox going to do to you? How often do you see an Aatrox really carry hard? So that's it for my sneak peek for today. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Predict down below who you think is going to win. Stay tuned later today for the LCS version of this, and thank you for watching.